Up, I'm live Monday, and I guess I'm finally making my return to Satisfactory on stream at least. I played it a little bit in December off stream for Xmas, but never really got too far. And then, oh, iPad volume's up. Yeah, let's not have that. So yeah, here's the thing you need to know about Satisfactory. I am still on version 1.0, and let me just guarantee that that stays that way for a little bit longer. Go offline. Yeah, do you know if you just go offline in Steam, like under the main, if you open up Steam and then the main menu there where you can change your account and such, there's just a go offline button. Yeah, you can literally just use that to force Steam to go offline and not try and update things on you. It's pretty handy. It's better than pulling the plug and, you know, having to launch the game before going live. Anyway, so yeah, I'm still on 1.0 right now because there's still a couple of mods that haven't updated, one of which, if I don't take care of right now on 1.0, will cause me almost immediate issues on 1.1. So, most of the mods are updated though, so I just have to put some extra things into place, and then I can update, and yeah, the odds of things not breaking, hopefully not too high. The odds of them actually breaking is not too high. I don't want things to break. We'll see what happens though. But they will. Possibly. As long as my power grid doesn't come crashing down. That's the main concern I have. Which is part of why I need to take care of some things before updating. That'd be so funny. I mean, be interesting to see how easy it is to restart it. I do have a massive power bank set up that is just unplugged. It's not that massive, but it's like 100 power battery things. What the hell are they called? It's been too long. Think of the content. Yeah. Well, speaking of thinking of the content, have you ever wanted me to play a Call of Duty game on stream, knowing that I would probably be pretty bad at it? Hey, yeah, guess what the goal is? No, never. I only have the older ones, to be fair, when they were actually still decent. At least decent? I don't know. Potential for explosions? Not in Satisfactory unless I do things. But yeah, basically, current goal, it's a little high maybe, but it's also 3 different games that I'd be playing. The original Modern Warfare 2, and then Black Ops 1 and 2. Have they remade or remastered them yet? I don't know. But I've got them all. 2 of them I have for PC, and then Black Ops 1 I only have on PS3. I've got all of them on PS3, to be fair. Be more excited if it was Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't own 1 and 3, so I can't do that. Anyway, help out with the goal, though. This one I'm emphasizing more so. Don't just have one person do it all, because I feel like that's what happens a lot of the time with these, is that 1 or maybe 2 people contribute the most, and that's basically it. So, just, if you're going to help out, just tip $10. You want to do less, that's fine. If you want to do more, that's also fine, but $10. Yeah, Max would probably like that one, Kelly. Look, the Call of Duty thing came up last week, and this is your chance to make it happen. But it would require, with what I'm proposing, just $10, 7 people, or, somebody wants to do 9 to get it spot on. But, just humor me, right? Both things so annoying with AC, oh boy. Yeah, that's my incentive never to play Armo Arma, rather, on stream. Oh? Where'd the O come from? So yeah, that's there if you want to help out. Always appreciated, especially right now, because money is non-existent for me, as always. Otherwise, let's get into Satisfactory, shall we? Then it also uses BattleEye? Oh, well, in that case, yeah, fuck that. Satisfactory hopefully still just captures once it loads. It's loading now. Fortunately, it does load fairly quickly because SSD. One of the only games I have on my SSD. Yeah, it's probably for the best that it has anti-cheat. I still don't like kernel-level anti-cheat, though. And that ain't gonna change. Yeah, 1.1 patch notes here, except... and you can see down there, you might not know what that string means, but... That's a 1.0 string. And also just this background. Haven't they changed it for 1.1? Probably. Anyway. You don't need to run it for the actually fun things, aka not PvP? Oh. Well, I'll just pretend I didn't read that. So nothing's gonna break right now. And this is where I was last time I was doing anything, which was months ago. I'm over by... Now sensitivity, gotta get used to that. I'm over by here. I can't just right-click to zoom in. This is not Derail Valley. I have the lesser camera. But yeah, this is my... What is this? Basic Ironworks, I think? And copper. Go away. Go away! Oh, my mouse is on freewheel, so that's probably why that triggered. But yeah, this is just supposed to be Xmas-related things. Clearly never happened. Yeah. I took a bit of a break around mid-December because, you remember that that game I was playing a bunch over the weekend? What's it called? GTA? Oh, 5M, specifically. The mod for GTA. When are you moving everything and putting it in a giant factory building? Never! Besides, this is my quote-unquote starter factory to replace all my starter stuff in here. Oh, by the way, there's a mod that adds the map features, the what's it called? The interactive map. It shows it in here. Hey, got all this stuff. Oh, awesome sync terminal. Does this show the? Ooh, it does. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, now there's cables drawn. They weren't there before. What if I just deselect... Hard to tell. Like, that all seems deselected now. Gonna be a pain in the ass. It's still rendering stuff. I'm trying to make a point of most of what I need to worry about. I don't know what these boxes are. I'm apparently 257. Yeah, I have no clue what that is. Bug dingle to update the bus stop entry crub. Got it. What's a crub? Those are just those. Do I not have any down here? There we go. So you can see this. I guess it doesn't actually show on hover over. But all these little dots here, the orange with the green borders, I don't know what that is or that. But these orange squares with the green borders, those are what I need to deal with. So now I just need to re-enable all this, I guess, so that it all shows up, because it's neat and I like actually having it. Okay, there we go. The map slowly repopulates. That came out weirdly. I don't know what's going on here, why it's not showing things. Did I miss something? What, do I have to actually hit all of them, even though they're... I don't know. That seemed to fix it. It's not perfect. But yeah, I've primarily cleaned out the desert so that I can start working on stuff here. Which is why all my starter factory stuff has more or less been moved over to here. And why... What are these? What are these? Huh? Oh, wait. Actually, these lines here I can kind of understand, because I think they're pointing to the origin. And then this yellow line is, I don't know what. Because it's connecting between there and there, which... Yeah, I don't know. There's some crates that ended up at 000, because that happens sometimes. I could go onto the map and get them, but I haven't bothered. Also, here's that nuclear facility that I never built. What did I do to upset it? And now the lines aren't there. Okay. Anyway, let's actually get out and do things. So... I believe there's nothing here because there's not no fluids, but it's primarily water. And just water. Yeah, I have a mod that enables fixed mist. So that doesn't need any voiding. Rock formation in the middle look like a penis. Max, there actually is one that looks that way, but... Here, let's just go and see it. Ow. Apparently they made movement actually, like, accumulate momentum. You can already see it. But only at 1.1. Yeah. Anyway. So like I said, the desert is basically open for me to construct a mega factory that builds all the project, or the Phase 5 project parts. I don't know that I'm going to do what I was originally planning, just because, holy fuck, is that complicated as hell. But I'll still be setting up their stuff to, is there a fountain object to build? Not without mods. Although, actually... Do I not? Fix miss. There's a snow dispenser and snow cannon. But that's the closest you can get, and I don't have it unlocked, and I'm not dealing with fix miss shit at the moment. Also, something changed. I don't think my hub moved. I think these just... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to actually doing productive things. You don't understand just how annoying it is to craft that shit, Max. Like, I would be spending probably the next hour easily working on that. Okay, maybe more like 30 minutes, but I would rather be working on things that are more important. I think this is all just water here, so there's not going to be anything getting voided, because it's just water. Let it back stuff, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and Max, I'd rather just update to 1.1 at this point, so shut up. Replace fluid sinks because that mod hasn't been updated. I shouldn't be sinking anything here, I think. That's all backed up. I'm sure these aren't running at peak efficiency. Okay, those were a bad example. As were those. Apparently they are running at peak efficiency. Oh, that's unexpected. Usually doesn't happen. Somebody over here is not going to be running at peak efficiency. Yep. Because it's back stuff. That's not a good sign. Anyway, it works well enough. I don't care. It's not making power generation, so there's no fluids there. There's this. But, like, that's coming in from over that way. Yeah. So it's not being voided over here. This doesn't require fluids. That's not... I mean, that is fluid, however, not that sort of fluid. Am I really making that? No, it's being... I could so easily just make this turn around and go into there, but no, instead, I made it follow the belt the entire way, in over here, and then looped it back. So efficient. I mean, to be fair, it's more fuel storage. Because, you know, I could totally just double that up and have more. Broken things. We haven't updated the game yet, so there's nothing broken yet. Also, I have 2 rows of belts because one's going one way, the other's going the other way. Well, it's not just gonna break when I load it up. I haven't updated it. The title says prepping and then upgrading. You gotta wait for the breaking, the brokenness, yes. Well, you're getting broken English right now, that's for sure. So, appreciate that much, I guess. This is all just water. There's water here as well, which is, no, that's getting carted in. And then that's the fuel out. Okay. And so that fuel is going over to here and not getting dumped anywhere. Fuel is coming over here and not getting dumped anywhere? Doesn't look like it. I mean, the fluid awesome sink is pretty damn obvious, so I'm gonna notice it. I just need to make sure that I actually notice it. Also, in theory right now, I'm running the game on DLSS 4, assuming that setting is still working across reboots. Well, I'm probably not. It's probably reverted back to DLSS 3. Okay, here we are. I knew there was some somewhere around here. Those two things are broken in 1.1, because they haven't been updated. So, basically what I need to do is I need... not new, Dingle, the older ones. I don't even know. Do I need to research it? Quite possibly. Actually, it wouldn't be in here, would it? Two generators. What? Generators? Oh, it did the thing again with that command. Yeah, it wouldn't be funny, though, because shit would break, and it would not be good. The bot is supposed to say $10, not just nothing. So let me fix that. I always forget that I have to do that. Well, the bot's breaking, currently. Kind of. Not that you'd ever know. So, there's some more brokenness for you. Yeah, it's normal, though. Hey, look, now it says what it's supposed to. I was gonna build generators here. Yeah, so this is just water. I landed, so I didn't have the ability to reach anything. I'm gonna have to go back to the base, because I doubt that I'm gonna be able to just use these. Usually you have to unlock stuff. Don't go into there. Not you. Nothing there. There's nothing there. Okay. Time to look through here and figure out... what the hell is this? Huh. Interesting. No, don't close the menu. It probably wouldn't be under power. Fluid sink! There it is. So yeah, it's just a single thing that sinks fluids. What was that? I've forgotten where all my teleporters are. What if the tip is 990? Tip whatever the fuck you want if you're gonna tip. I'm just suggesting that instead of one or two people covering the whole thing, just multiple people tip smaller amounts. Because, you know, that's a lot more reasonable on everyone's wallets if you're going to contribute. You don't have to contribute, of course. There. Now water should just disappear. I say should because I don't know. Sigh. I mean, Dingle, have you looked at the top right of the stream recently? Yeah, it's definitely not backlogging. So that does seem to work just fine, which is, it should. Alright, top right or left? Well, I mean, they both have things, but top right in this case specifically. You might have something. Caterium? I set up Caterium processing here? Keep going through while ducking, and so the C key just sticks. I do not see any stinks here, and I do not like the shader in this area. Let's get out of it. Okay, I meant the top right corner of the stream, not the top rightmost thing. Also, hi, Geeson. Seriously, you can't look one line lower, guys? I agree. Ah, different shader. Much nicer. So here's another fluid sink. Autosave. I think the only fluid sink is right here. How much are you producing? 56 per minute? Okay, that's fine then. This does mean that I'm freely sinking fluids without any, for no extra cost, but I'm also losing out on getting points and coupons for it, which is really gonna suck when I get to the fuel, because I'm not gonna fill out that factory tonight. I considered doing the last set of, generators necessary for the power gen, but like, it's just not needed. I don't think that I'll actually need to build it. You know, the only reason I was even considering nuclear is because I just hadn't done it. But look, I'm consuming at most 60,000 and producing 252,000. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need any more power gen for the rest of the game, most likely. That's the starter factory. These are all the aluminum factories. Those haven't been used. Motor. Yeah, Dingle, I noticed that. Weird. Oh, right. This factory. This isn't going to have anything. By the way, power gen over there. It's all coal. The fun thing about those is that they should never go offline. Ever. Because, like, I could just disconnect this power cable and they're self-sufficient. And because all these factories have been built, that goes off to the miners, but they've all been built with priority power switches. They'll just turn off as need be. Yep, there's UI changes. And the font is different, at least at times. It's weird. It's different, and people don't like it because it's different. I have to agree. I opened my dashboard briefly, and it's like, wait, what? Why is the font that? That's weird. Okay. Not what I was expecting to see. I wasn't too surprised because, you know, I'd heard people talking about it earlier in the day, but... We'll leave the fuel factory for last. Steel, I'm not sure. Computer, I'm not sure. I don't think there should be any here, because the only fluid is, again, water. Although, no, you're inputting. Yeah, the outputs are all solids, no fluids. It's only water on the inputs. So, no concern here. There's my teleporter. Computer factory, I've got no clue. All solids up here. Yeah, okay, I vaguely remember this. That's a regular awesome sink, because it's just sinking any excess items, because you can see everything's back stuff. Are there any fluids up here? I don't think there are. By the way, load balancing. Isn't it great? How long until there's a Chrome extension that resets the Twitch UI? I don't know, but hopefully it's available for Firefox as well. I'm not currently using Firefox, but I'm sure it's only going to be another couple of months before that'll be the case at this rate. There may be other Chromium browsers that aren't Chrome, however, it doesn't mean that they're going to support Manifest v2 forever. No guarantee that Firefox will support it forever as well, but they're at least committed at the moment to not dropping support for it. Another load balancer that just about works. But yeah, this should all be water here. Yeah, I don't know. I've been on Chrome for a long time. More load balancing. And for a while there, you know, it was fine, but then Google became what it is more or less today, and honestly, I would have switched a while ago. I've just been very lazy about it. Present over there. So yeah, that's the only big awesome sink in the area, it seems, and that one is not fluids. There is a train that comes by here occasionally, supposedly. Yeah, they're all running. Ah, there they are. The two ore trains. What was it? Alright, next area. If I can get this portal. Nuclear? I mean, I'll look, but I don't think anything's getting synced at this point, because it should all just be water. Also, welcome to the swamp. I got a fair amount set up here. Fair amount of initial processing. But again, it's all just water. Although, actually, I'm wondering... Yeah, can I... Can nuke go boom? I mean... A nuclear reactor? No, a nuclear obelisk? Nobelisk? They can. So is this still working? I mean, it's not pushing anything, but it's full. Yeah, it turns out if you just hook up pumps like this, at least in 1.0, this just works, and it sucks water up this and pushes it that way. Because head lift. Can you make one? Maybe. I have 8 and they're all from doggos, yes. Sparkliness there and nastiness below. There was some weird rendering that went on with some of the platforms there. Yeah, I even cleared the swamp out, I just built above it because nope. I'm not holding shift at the moment, but it's acting like I am because if I press it, and now I'm walking. So that should be it besides the fuel factory, which is the big one. This is gonna be the big one. So around where are we sitting? Like 5 to 6 million points, roughly? I'm honestly interested to see how low this goes going forward. Does anything render beneath? No, it's not that long. Okay, there's another one over there. It's gonna be fun finding all these. Anyway, do that. It's limited back here, so it can't let too much through. The idea is that all those pipes are supposed to power another one of these. But yeah, I haven't built all the lines, so I haven't built the extra generator because I don't have all the fluid for it, or all the gas in this case. This is all, it's rocket fuel, so it's a gas. I'm just gonna leave the fluid sinks in place, in case that's not obvious. I believe they just stay behind in the world, so they don't work anymore. That one's already been sunk. Or swapped, I guess I should say. It's no longer sinking. And that's it for down here by the looks of it. By the way, here's all the power storages that I was referring to. As you can see from the yellow light, this is off. So, should this factory ever go completely offline and, like, fuel generation stops and such, hopefully that's enough power to get me through at least partially restarting it. If not completely. These are basically just all converters. There's no fluid sinks down there. No. There is one here, though. I think that should just void at the same rate. And this is a train station up here. A giant 9-volt battery. Nice. Yeah, people like to build them in silly ways like that. It's always amusing when people do that. But obviously, I just can't be bothered. snaps to the top there, huh? These buffers are anything but full, but they're also not empty. And that's what matters the most. As long as they're not empty. Alright, in theory, final checks before I can update are just going through here and whatever rat's nest of piping that is. Just making sure that there's no fluid voiding going on in here. It doesn't look like it, and I don't think that there is. This is not the highest level, rather. Or is this? That was just where all the stuff was. Yeah, as a reminder, this is just all packaged fuel. Diluted packaged fuel, specifically. What this giant tower is mostly doing. Get past that. Still not the highest floor, but I think these are all built the same way, and so there's no fluid voiding as a result. But I'll just keep checking. Still not the highest floor. I've just taken the elevator. Still not the highest floor. Jeez. At some point I run out of floors. Ooh, that was jank. Alright, we're finally at the top, which is indicated by that. Up, kiosk. Yeah, stop doing that, please. Oh, this is the floor I've already been on. Cool. Yeah, what was that about elevators? Who needs 1.1 for elevators? Okay, that's an item awesome sink. And there's definitely no room back there for awesome sinks. There's hardly any room back here for one. But I did a good thing and sectioned off all the power going to this. Hello, present. But yeah, I think that is everything. What a ridiculous sight. I think that is everything. And elevators have music? What, you think those don't? I went up and over the railing. I have not completed the story, no, so please don't say anything about it. Look! Okay, it might be related to a volume slider that I have all the way down, but there is supposed to be music. And effects. I'm personally not hearing anything though, but it is there. Alright. There's a couple of other minor factories, like that's just pulling nitrogen. That over there is for quartz stuff, I believe, because the quartz node is right there. There's some stuff relating to Samor. I think that's ammo. Already looked at all that. That's water. Already looked at all that, and yeah, ignore that. We looked there. We did not look here, but this is silica and concrete to make a lot of concrete. Where's the portal hub on the map? Just a second. Yeah, we looked everywhere because I've explored down here and in here, but I haven't built anything there because I just haven't needed to. It's down there. I did exactly what anyone else would do. Or could do. With a jetpack. That's why this teleport is so quick, by the way. Alright, lizard doggos. I'm here. Where are you sliding to? Thank you very much. Ooh, fused modular frames aren't bad. Did I actually grab that? Yes. Good doggos. Nobelisk and rifle ammo, but not a nuke Nobelisk. There was a doggo in the back corner. There you go. And that was a nuke Nobelisk. Nobelisk? Either way. What are we sitting at? 5.7. Yeah, we definitely lost, like, not a ton, but enough from disconnecting the fluids, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, I haven't gotten the golden nut either. Just waiting for an autosave. And then I'm gonna manually save. Because I can. Sure. Yeah, it's forced on by a mod kiosk. Get out of here. Hello? Like, what do I need to do to get you to recognize that I have one? Oh. Can you tell that I've never really used the other ones before? Anyway, let's find a nice spot to do this, because you want to see a nuclear blast, right? Here we go. Hey, you three. That was a little short. Oh well, what's done is done. Actually, here, I can do this for you. Hey, idiots. Oh right, I have to piss them off first. Hey idiots, over here somewhere. Come on. Come on. Rude. Stop attacking from a distance. Get over here. Closer to the nuke. It's somewhere over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Eh, good enough. I don't think they died. Yeah, kaboom. Indeed. That was disappointing. Now I massively overshot. There. Yeah, the effect is rather disappointing, though it is radioactive right here now. Oh yeah, they're pissed off. Anyway, just exit before that saves. Ship 36 made a bigger boom. Yeah, probably. It was, it wasn't that impressive, was it? Anyway, it's time to update, I guess. So let me just get Steam out of offline mode. And, give it up. It is more or less time for a break, because I took so long doing everything. But whatever. So, yeah. I might as well just take my break now. It's gonna update fairly quick, but in fact, it'll probably be done before I finish talking about things and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'll just take my break now. The game's updating, like I said. So when I come back, we'll get on with 1.1. So that's exciting. So yeah, I'm gonna run some ads. It's the only time during the stream I run ads. Prevents pre-rolls, ad-free gameplay, small cost of ads right now during the part of the stream where nothing happens. Yay! Just bear with me, would you? Yeah, I'm not gonna keep delaying because it's already like probably mostly done. So, here be. Alrighty, I am back, and I can tell that it's updated because there are 38 mod updates available. Hold on, did that just say that there were more updates? I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised, but... No? Okay. Yeah, it should just auto-update to the latest build, if possible. Anyway, yeah, I just want to point it out again. I set up a new goal. The command is goals, but that's just because goal brings up the progress. So yeah, it's basically... I own some of the older Call of Duty games. No, not Modern Warfare 103. But 2, and then the first 2 Black Ops. So, if enough people are willing to help out, then I'll play them on stream. And I'll be very bad at it, especially Call of Duty... Well, they're all Call of Duty, but especially Black Ops 1, because I only have that on PS3, which means I need to play it with a controller. Fun. The one thing that I'm suggesting this time around is that anybody who wants to contribute, you can obviously do whatever you want, but $10. You know? Just need about half a dozen people tipping $10 and we'll be almost there the entire way. You know, it doesn't require one person putting out the full near $70. It just... multiple people can help out. Bit by bit, we'll get there. That's the idea, at least. Of course, the help is always appreciated, especially at this time when my wallet is more than empty. Just click on the heads and you win. Right. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of updates, including Mod Loader. Put out into just the tip jar. Thanks for the resub, Dangle. Thanks for using your Prime here. Always appreciated. And no, the resubs and bits don't count. It's only the tips, specifically through the PayPal side of things, because I'm still having issues with SE Pay. There's a potential it might be resolved, but... Motorcycle. It might be resolved, but I won't know for another couple days, probably. So, yeah. No SE.pay, please. I like providing as many options for people as is reasonably possible, but that just isn't a reasonable option at this point. Why are you saying incompatible? You know what, I'm just gonna relaunch the mod launcher, because while it seems to recognize what's what, it also seems like it's having issues, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not that. No. I'm just going through the mod list to make sure that things that are broken are not going. Yeah. Disable that since apparently that doesn't work. Broken by 1.1. Broken in what way? I think I'm going to leave this. Yeah. Game loads but non-functioning, so that's fine. And then you also... Is that really it? I thought I had another mod that I had downloaded for 1.1 specifically. Also, that just reset because it's been too long. No, I think that's it. Alright. Yeah, don't mind what Kelly said. Just trust me with your tips. Give me all the tips. Just the tips. Just look at the top right. It even says, you know, they just get put in the just the tips jar. As you can hear, though, the game is loading up, and there it is. Oh. This is different. And there's the different background with the bird just walking through the middle of the shot. Is there an autosave? No. Good. I didn't want to be saving the nukes going off, even if it is the swamp, and I can be fine. Anyway, this is going to complain about missing mods. That is to be expected. Not a problem. And yeah, we hope that nothing is actually broken. Oh. Exception access violation, reading address 0x0, blah, blah, blah. Okay, apparently I can't leave the fluid sink. To be fair, it says broken by 1.1, game loads but mod not functioning, so clearly that was a lie. Just disable that as well, and try again. And this, folks, is why it's good to know how to read crash logs. The game loaded. The save didn't load, though. Yeah. Alright. This is just wasting my time. Coffee stain. Come on. Really? I've already seen this once. Let me skip through it. I don't need to see that every time. Especially when the menu is clearly loaded in the background. Just wasting my time at that point. I understand why it's there. Regulatory bullshit. Yeah, that's great. But I read it once. Or ignored it once. Alright. Well, performance right off the bat is not great, but, I mean, not surprising. I just loaded into the save on a new... Ouch, though. I am not even hitting 60 FPS. I've still got the Nuke Novelisk in my inventory. Let's just get rid of that. Ooh, that chugging, though. Also, here's my regular inventory. Does that include the chest? No. Okay, now it's loaded because I'm at stable 70-ish. 70-ish? Alright, I gotta see what happens when I do this. Video. No, you know what? Just uncap it. I'm not gonna keep it like this. I mean, to be fair, I don't know exactly what I was getting at my base. If I look up, I get over 100. I was expecting to be getting up towards 90, though, not 80. To be fair, though, I'm probably now running on DLSS 3, which may or may not have an effect on things. But anyway, yeah, welcome to 1.1. I'm sure you've already seen... Okay, this is annoying me. How do I nudge up, down? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, good enough. And then fix it over on this side as well. I'll clean the other one up shortly. Is that really... I mean, that's fine. Sure. There. And go ahead and just put those in the recycling because it doesn't matter. Is there anything new in here besides that? I don't care about at this exact moment in time. No? Still just Blueprints Mark III, which I don't need. Fixmas mod is still enabled, apparently. And the rendering is still jank. I mean, that's fine. I don't expect that to be perfect. I did lose my nice mod here for seeing all the stuff, so... yeah, I can still see all of that. But it doesn't, like, do it more nicely like it did before. That mod hasn't been updated yet. Should really turn off Fixmas. Can I do that in mod settings? Clearly, probably not, but... can only be edited from the main menu, fair enough. Anyway, how's my power grid doing? That button is outlined in orange, that's weird. It's, about where I expect it to be. Maybe a little on the low side at times, but no, it's hovering right around that 250,000 mark, so that's fine. Don't remember that being there before, but okay. Anyway, yeah, it seems to be working just fine. And this is still the same as it's been. Let's go check. As an autosave occurs mid-teleport. Sure did. I don't know how the game handles that. I can definitely see some DLSS jankiness in the reflections there. Be easier if I go in here. Yeah, but who knows, Chaos. Okay, I think I want the next floor down. Yeah, the gap between these floors is not that big. I heard a noise from the elevator that time. Stop flickering. God damn it. So yeah, they're gone. However, these are still working. Ugh. Weird shadows there. That's going below, and yeah, these aren't backstuffing. And yet this is near full. So it's working. I mean, I would expect it to work, but you never know. Ugh. Yep. Any trains around? Oh, there's one coming right now. And there's that one in the station as well. But I would assume that this one's got its, got priority. Yeah, this one wants to pull out, but now it has to wait until that one's out of the block. And where are you heading? Ah, you are going in over there. I have to watch my back because this one is going out. Oh, very nice, these trains. Oh, come back! Hey, in theory, I should be able to keep up now, though. It's not a stock feature, Kiosk. Oh, well, you're braking, which kind of ruins that. Anyway. I do still have the mod with the upgraded suits and everything, so you can see 0 filters and it's never an issue. I would have survived that fall regardless, but yeah, no damage. Alright, now the real question is, what now? I didn't plan ahead. How about we do nuclear pasta? Because, you know, I'm gonna need to do that eventually. So let's just start off with it, because I've technically already made some in the past, but not recently. And yes, I'm tabbed out, because I kind of need to reference something to tell me what to do, because I am not... Oh, this is still on 1.0? I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I could do this plan that I had originally, but there is just so much complexity to that. Let me just take that, clone it, and then delete the other shit that I don't care about right now. All the inputs set correctly? Yes. And that is still very complex. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I suddenly don't feel like doing any of this. That's not good. This is what made me stop playing Satisfactory in the first place during 1.0. Right. Okay, what if I try a different item? Still complex? Oh, I just did something I shouldn't have. But it's fine, because I can just... do that. And... sorry, there's no real need to show this on stream. I know it's a bit boring this way, but... is that what I was doing? Yes. And then finally re-add that. And there you go. That's that. Probably. And one more. Get the final item. Complex. 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 Hmm. And this is exactly why I still to date have never completed a Satisfactory save fully without using mods to make my life way easier at least. Which I'm still doing, but in a different way. And if I'm going to do this at this point, I might as well just do the full thing, but I'm going to need to get ores from all over the place. Oh, this is such a headache to deal with. About the nuclear. Can I go back to building nuclear? Because that should mostly be resourced and prepped. The resources should be prepped, I should say. 20 and 10. What is the difference between these two? Kittens and puppies are depending on you. You know what? Don't start saying that. I'm well aware. Don't need to remind me. I need more vertical space. I definitely want that one. Zoomed in. Do I definitely want that one? I know this is the most entertaining stream I've ever had. Do I want to use that much SAM? Well, it's less than the other one, so sure. I think in order to build the factory here, I'm gonna need to remind myself what exactly it is that I'm trying to accomplish with that. Oh, is that why the performance is worse? Frame gen. Yeah, I have a 20 series card. That doesn't work. Global illumination is off. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Seems rather dark down here. Anyway, nuclear is over here, if I remember correctly. No. I was wondering if I would keep walking. It is very dark at night. No? Wasn't that it? I don't know. Anyway. How the fuck do you do the flashlight? B? That's an option. So this is all the copper, I guess. Well, this isn't all the copper, this is... most of the copper? I don't remember anything of what I was doing. This was a terrible idea for a stream, honestly. Yeah, sure, let me just go in blind and not remind myself how I was doing things last time. That's a great idea. $778, so that's all the copper that I need. And none of it is being diverted over to something else. Is what's confusing me. Those two are there just to balance it out. That it? Yeah, that's the 42. And then the other 144.167 goes towards making Caterium, which requires reanimated Sam. Where would I have that? This is all iron over here. And limestone, apparently. Iron and limestone. So the limestone's getting processed there. Yeah, surprise, surprise, Satisfactory is taking up most of my GPU, so it's chugging a little bit. The tab for what I'm looking at, that is chugging. Half of the iron is going towards what? Sulfur. Why? There's limestone, except it's far away from where it needs to be. Wet concrete is producing 410 per minute, apparently, across 4.1 refineries. Is that right? Is that right? Just use numpad. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing, that's why. I was looking at the secondary input because apparently it's pulling from 2 nodes over there. And I was not looking at the actual output, which is 328. That makes sense. And I just assume that will still work because physics. Boy, that light cut off right there. So this is the iron ore, which should be 12.5 refineries. Made it make sense to put the lower one over here, I guess. Yes. Definitely some interesting light rendering going on, I'm noticing. I'm guessing this side of the copper is primarily set up... Oh dear. Okay, so that's the copper sheet. I need to find copper on this again. Okay. Where the hell are you going to? Aluminum, of course. If anything, shouldn't this be the limiting factor here? Because that's just under 10 and then 22.5 times 2 plus 9.5 or whatever, which is the 54.533 that it's expecting because it's 9.533. So that's right. However, I don't really like how that's done otherwise. I don't like that. You go over there, you go over there, and then I'm gonna reconstruct this. Can we fix it? It's a very compact build, however, what I can do is... Actually, if I just do that, that's a conveyor lift Mark 1. I can just rebuild that like that, and then that should be connected in. And that's 37.5 times 20. But why was it slower? So I'm expecting that much from this side. Want 1200 copper going somewhere. Goody. I am, of course, going to want more copper to end up over there, just because, like, only feeding in just enough works, only if this is already more or less backstuffed. So I should have that much left. And that's all going that way. Oh. What was I doing? Why did I do it this way? See, again, this is the issue. I don't know what I was doing, what, 6, 7 months ago now? Also, on a completely unrelated note, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but nobody's shown me their tips yet. I can't believe it. Y'all don't like sharing your tips with other people? Just the tip. Gotta say it, you know? Well, I guess the one thing I could do... Yeah, I guess I could do it that way. So that's 738, right? What I want to have... That almost reaches perfectly, but anyway. I have a smart splitter and then a counter limiter, which again I want to offset by like half a tile. Expletive. But never mind that. Because that's basically replicated between the two sides, right? So, N that I want, not T. I want 1200 minus that. So 407.233. And that's probably why I had a lesser tier belt that way previously. Did that actually go all the way in? It sure did. Neat. And then again, this can be any overflow. And I want that to also be any overflow, which it is. And then that down that away will be the 1200 copper ingots going towards copper powder, while the rest of it over here goes towards fused quick wire and alclad casing, apparently. I believe, if I remember correctly, I had resources coming in over here somewhere. No, they were still up there. That's right. What are you? Quartz? Quartz. Only quartz. Where is that down there? But I guess I set up for here? No, that's oil. Don't I need nitrogen for this? Boy, I didn't do a ton of resource prep, did I? How do I get pure caterium then? From converting copper ore. Where the hell do I get Sam around here? That's the real question. Okay, I need the interactive map at that point. Because, you know, doing things in the browser, while you guys can't see it, is just so much easier than trying to do it in-game. Even when I have, you know, a partial interactive map visible in-game. Oh, there's a pure SAM node right at the top of the waterfall, huh? Well. Squeaky chair. So it's like right up there, basically. In fact, I can probably go fly to it. And I'm going to, because I want to verify that I'm looking at the right spot. Yeah, uranium's down in there. It's probably not up here, is it? Yeah. Because it would be right about here where this wreckage is. Which it's clearly not. Hey, look, a slug. That is glowing a lot. Oh. Okay, well, I've already prepared for that. What all do I actually need to do with the SAM? It's just under 8 constructors worth of reanimated SAM. There current to this? No, especially if I'm standing here under but outside of the water. We. You know, the fog is not helping with actually seeing where things are. Well, in that case, I might as well just do this. It takes a while to fly around. But at least I can fly around without any worry, because I've got enough power pylons around the swamp. Keep in mind there's a single cable attaching them down low. Mostly because, well, look at the cable configuration there. You know, it's just, no. Not happening. And right back up to 2,500 concrete. Love it. I think I've showed it on stream in the past, but yeah, that's what this is. Combining quartz, which turns into silica, with concrete and just making, or limestone, making a ton of concrete. Close enough? Yeah, that'll do. Also, I've hidden my HUD unintentionally, which is great fun. No, I'm not gonna bother with that. Is that high enough? That clipped too much with the water? Nah. I mean, we get eaten away pretty quickly, I'd say, but... let's do that. Nice. I don't know what happened to the guy that was just walking around here, but meh. I'll need to run power up here, but I need to run power up here for that anyway, so what does it matter? Let's see. Do I have a blueprint for this that'll just make it easier? I might need a bit more space than I've given myself. Yeah. just a bit. The problem is I kind of run into terrain here, so I don't know how easily done that'll be. Especially when I don't have my Nobelisk. How terrible is that? Only mildly. To be fair, I can clear this up just by doing that. Oh yeah, there's new modes for building, right there. I need to go get some Nobelisk. Yeah, there's the curve mode. Need to play around with that at some point. I'll upgrade the belts later as needed. For now, though, let's go get the let's get my building supplies. Get through it eventually. I'm not holding shift, by the way. Oh, and are these still here? Hell yeah, they are. There. Bye, lizard doggos. Bye, lizard doggos. I said drop down, please. Splat. Should have ran power. Oh well. Okay, so to do this, I don't remember how to play this game very well. There. A little bit more reasonable. Just a little bit. Oh, look at that. Default? Straight? Curve. Very nice. Just give me 50. Actually, here, deposit some of it. Whoops. Oi! You're supposed to get blown up too. Don't tell me that rock can't be blown up. I was holding left click, so I just kind of had to send it. Well, that rock's there and I don't care. Also, that's not actually where I want to put it. The bot did say it's time for a break over. We were a little early last time, so I'm gonna keep going. And 20 divided by 2. Oh, here, let me do this. $83.426. All right. So all these have to be marked 2 belts. Nova, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. I am just trying to remember how to play Satisfactory. I think it should be Mark 4 from there. I'll accept it. What's new is playing on not Satisfactory 1.1. Oh, it's one of those damn things. Yeah, I just finally, because of mods, I've been putting it off, but I just finally updated. Let's clear up some of this plant nonsense. Doing practice for Friday. That's a good thing to do. It's one thing I won't be doing, but, you know. 149? Not bad, Nova. Based on what Max was saying, not bad at all. Practice is paying off for you. Computer, do you mind? I think that should be even. And you're outputting 230. Wow. I'm still gonna build it with the straight mode because I can. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Let's see, just put a power pole mark 1 there. And then this should be able to make it all the way back here. Yep. That is most definitely not where I placed that. It was supposed to place right there, but I don't care. Do I just do it the easy way? Should have 1 to spare. No? No, we shouldn't. Yeah, 8 plus 2. Oh. I only needed 7 full constructors and then another .669 of 1. Nice. But yeah. So that is going to be a Mark III. Make sure that's pointing the right direction. Okay, how about this? I'm going to place a floor hole right there. And then I'm going to place a conveyor lift Mark III, which undid that. Place it into there. And then that doesn't allow me to do that. However, no, that is way too far out. I think if I place it right there, it'll work. And then I can just, oh, don't tell me they fixed this. Oh, did they fix it? That's no fun. This used to work. Damn it. You used to be able to make very, very, very long lifts just by abusing conveyor holes for vert. I mean, I'm not against it. Oh, man. Alright, fine. Here, I'll get fancy, quote unquote. What time is it? It's time for a break, is what time it is. What's about halfway? Let's say right there. I don't really want to use a roof. Is there anything else that's kind of like a roof? Also, what if this is mods and what if this is actually, like, new stuff? I don't even know. Not halflings. I guess I can just use that. Architecture plus? No? I'll just use a roof, except I can change the type. Sure. And then that should just go straight in. Except it is going up. Damn it. You can tell it's been a while. Now that's going down. I do not understand. Fine, we'll do it this way. Hello? Is that the reason why it wasn't working? Okay, we're gonna have to try that. But it's time for a break, so let's go over here. How did I used to do this numbering scheme? Sure, 28.5-ish. And then I can literally just go over here and be like, hey, no? Ah. Lame. Can't set it below 30 FPS. What is this nonsense? Anyway, time for a short break. Just going to take a few minutes to stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer for a little bit. During this time, I am going to run some ads. It's the only time during the stream that I run ads. Prevents pre-rolls for next hour. Ensures that the gameplay is completely ad-free at the small cost of a few ads now, while nothing but this nice Pokemon background is going on. So just bear with me with that. When I get back, we'll actually find out for sure whether or not I can just do what I want to, because the fact that I still couldn't link that conveyor up, even though it should have, has me wondering. So, yeah. BRB. Alrighty, I am back, and just before we get back into it, I will just once again mention the goal that I've added for, I don't know, not just tonight's stream. We talked about it a bit last week, and I mentioned it in Discord over the weekend, but basically, you pay me a nice amount, and I'll show you how bad I am at first-person shooters, because I'll replay through the Call of Duty games that I own. The one thing I am emphasizing with this is just, you know, don't feel the need to, well, you don't need to contribute, period, but it's always appreciated. But don't go overboard with it, right? Just, you know, like $10. About 1/7 of it. It's not too much, but it's also not so little that it's barely creeping up, right? It's a reasonable amount. You can tip whatever you want, including nothing, of course. But, yeah, if you've ever wondered how good I am at first-person shooters, especially in the Call of Duty games, this is your chance. And keep in mind, I have to play Black Ops 1 on the PS3. Yeah, forced controller is gonna be fun. Fortunately, I have the other two games on both PS3 and PC. So, I can choose to play it on PC as a result. And I'll probably venture into some other things, like revisiting the zombie maps. Because I have some of the DLCs for Black Ops 2 at the very least. So, you can watch me be bad at killing zombies as well. So that's a thing. And of course, if you're wondering what all that money will go towards, no, it won't go towards purchasing another game unless, like, somebody decides, or multiple somebodies can decide to contribute way more than is necessary. Then maybe I'll buy more, because I know, like, Max wants to see me play Modern Warfare 1 and 3 as well, apparently. Which I would do. I just can't afford the games. Fair enough, Max. I just own what I own, which is why those are the only ones on the list. I mean, I think I technically own, what is it, World War II on Steam? I don't know why I own that. I don't know how I became the owner of that on Steam, and I'm not including that in this list. Because, I don't know. I don't even know if it's one of the better games or not. I mean, you can certainly buy them on the used market, Max. Might mean playing on console some more. But you can get them in some places. Unfortunately, I don't think they're abandonware, so I can't go about that method. Okay, so let's see. I was trying to make this work before, and it both did and didn't work, which was weird. Right. That's too far away. That was also only ever temporary, in case that wasn't obvious. Yay, it's not broken! I just did it wrong before. Alright, well, in that case, let's do this. Because it's temporary. Walls, architecture, architecture. Because this will result in a thinner conveyor hole. I think that's the way I want to do it. And I actually want this to be a Mark III. Hello? Yeah, I mean, that works. Place that, delete that, and it reversed it. Well, whatever. Gets a little visually derpy, but it should work. Yeah. And then just a simple matter of building it straight in. Yeah, the gap is new. But I assume it still works. I need to get power up here in order to test. Speaking of which, I'm going to do it this way. Yeah. Yeah, chaos. I mean, as long as it still works, personally, I'm not too bothered by it. Great view of this. Yeah, I haven't actually used this yet, but yeah. Crazy. Enjoy it in the video game, because you'll never see it in your lifetime. I won't either! To be fair, the physics just doesn't really work. You know, I can just have this run along this way and have it be obnoxiously in the way if need be. That's fine. And worst comes to worst, that did not build the way I wanted it to. Worst comes to worst, I can always just route it underneath. I slide backwards, well, jump backwards, slide jump backwards, there you go. Runs out fast enough. I don't need to use the thing for an assist. Although if I do that, I guess it would have actually been helpful. Let's just temporarily get power up there. The hell was that? I'll just let it back stuff, but it seems to be working. I say let it back stuff just to ensure that everything is filling up properly. Hey, Evil. Belts are shit. Hey, they're not complete shit. Look. They don't just do this anymore, now they do this. Okay, that's a bit much of a climb for it, but it's the effort that counts. It's putting in the effort. It's not counting for much, but it's trying. I hear nastiness. Probably underneath. Yeah, it's not backstuffing at all. Yeah, you can see the fancy curves back here, especially. Oh. There's some nastiness up here. Maybe the things that I'm hearing are up top? I still think they're down below, though. I still hear them. I don't see them, but I hear them. They're bloody loud wherever they are. My volume isn't even turned up that high. That's the crazy part. So many presents just lying about the place. I hear him, I don't see him. Well, there's a couple. Well, anyway. There's a purple slug up there. Oh! They're up here. Where the hell were you guys earlier? Okay. Are they hostile? They're not hostile at me because I'm on passive. I don't bother them, they don't bother me. That's the deal. Yeah, I don't know what was attacking them. Something got him upset, though. Alright, now is this going to work? Definitely see some blurriness from, yeah, it works just fine. Although, I wonder if that's why it's derped. Note how they appear to be coming down the back wall and not where the thing actually is, because that's the way I tried to build it. I think that might be part of the problem. Oh, anyway. Your shit appears to be broken, fix it. Nah, I'm good. We don't have to pay any attention to that anymore. By the way, where... What happens with these steamed copper sheets? Silicon circuit board, coated iron canister, really? And copper rotor. What am I using empty canisters for? Packaged turbo fuel? For turbo diamonds. I see. Like the bot's issues. Hey, I fixed an issue with the bot evil already tonight. A little early for me to be mentioning it again, but look, see? The $10 bit, that wasn't showing up initially. I fixed that. Oh. When am I going to be able to see this in real life? Very nice. Can I, like... Yeah. Get out of here, autosave banner. No, I swear, like, every single time there's the slightest chance of the aurora happening where I am, clouds. Every single time. We're gonna get the COD crowd. Evil, that's only if people contribute. Just show me your $10 tips, people. Just show me your tips. Just the tips. And it can happen. I could seriously just spend the next little bit looking at this. Like, this is... It's a video game, but it's still cool. I love that they put this in as a feature. So cool. That was zoomed out. How far in can I zoom? Yes, very. So far, in fact, that it's hard to tell what I'm even looking at. By the way, that's the tether thing that goes up. Much bigger down here. That structure is massive. Okay, anyway, getting distracted by pretty things. Fake, it's just a video game, but it still looks so nice. Whoops. So, I think what I can do... Oh, do I have... Sure. I put that there, but it's not where it's gonna be per se. Do I still need that? I don't know. Because this isn't going to be pure copper, this is going to be pure caterium. Is that all of them? Yes. I'm going to need to get water up here. I don't know what my accommodations for water was like. Just to say, I don't know how much I'm pumping up at the other end. But with this little bit of space here, what I can actually do... Fine. What I can do is I can grab a converter, throw it in here. You know, there is water right here that I could probably use. Except there's the small problem of I need power shards. So I should just drop them back in there and let them fill back in. I'll still be left with like 60 at this point. Don't have your stickers. Uh-huh. Oh, if I do 4.80, I said 806 divided by 4, 1.2015. Yeah, I need to do this first. $57.84. Okay, well, it's... The math is off because I need 480.5556 divided by 4. Realistically, 1389. And then 14.417 times 4 should be 57.668667, close enough. Yep, and that just copy pasted everything over. And so that means I'm going to need 115 water, which is basically another one of these. Whoops. Yeah, it's just 55. So 170.333. Is that. Not quite enough there, honestly. Get out of blueprint mode. Hopefully that doesn't screw up the lift aspect of it. Noodle. Curve. Oh, straight. Yeah, naturally. That's fine. It fills in the gap. I also don't need that because I can just do that. Have I played Mass Effect? No. I haven't played any of them. I don't know that I own any of them either. I am going to need 96.1112. Like that. Yeah, maybe someday, Chaos. But right now, the goal is set up for Call of Duty. Which I do own. Well, depends on who you ask as to whether or not I own it, I guess. One day you're gonna get Game Pass and then you'll have no excuse. Today ain't that day though, is it? Straight? What the hell are you trying to do? There. Sorted itself out. God, the two of you. Uh-huh. Ah, yes. Beautiful. Was not in line, I want it there. At which point does this stop needing to be a Mark 6 belt? I don't know. I don't care. Good enough as it is for now. All your base are belong to us. Nope. That's not facing the right way. Oh, it's so finicky. And I want you right there. There we go. What are these outputting? 22.5 per minute? Well, except for this one. Okay. Yeah, evil. Do I regret eating food when I probably shouldn't? Not at the moment. But I might in the future. Oh dear. Why do we do that to ourselves sometimes? Copper ore needs to be that. And I need to make this 144.16701 apparently. It just gets worse. Oh! Hell yeah! Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh. Oh my. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to leave it there... oh! Jesus Christ, the frame rate. The frame rate's dying. Yep, that's valid. Don't ask me what happened to the belt. Things are getting weird. Whoops. It's fine, it's all temporary. Ah, darn. I can't easily send something through that. What the hell is happening to this belt texture? I sent my frames through it, apparently. Any? None. I mean, what I can do, I guess, is put a merger down right here and put a storage container down. Gonna be such a pain in the ass to clean up. Aw, they follow more or less the intended spline. Okay, hold on. No, don't back up into the machine. I would have had to destroy the belt regardless. That is an impressive mess. Unfortunately, it shall not last. Why is default mode more reliable than straight mode? How is that full of water? Like, you're not hooked up to power. No power here. Yet all this is full. And it's actively flowing. I don't understand. You know, I do see a slight issue with how I've done this. It's gonna need correcting. Oh, they're both Mark III belts. Oh, nice. Now I've got to do this again. Is that gonna do it? No. One closer, I guess. Come on, snap to this one instead. Oh, finicky. What if I give you that one to snap to instead? Oh, it just does not want to snap in that direction. That's definitely the correct alignment. Fine, let's do it the other way. Yeah, the smoother slope up is nice. And then that gives me the room to get the water in over here. How about no? How about just straight? Yeah, that's gonna cause issues, potentially. I don't know, maybe it'll still work. I don't even know if that's necessary. I mean, it probably is. It's probably more than 10 meters of head lift required. Oh, it's over there? How am I supposed to build with that? Fine. Yeah, that should be able to work. Mark II should be sufficient. Not what I wanted to do. Curved mode works about as well as straight mode does at actually being able to place it half the time. Much better. Evil, I think we all question that at some point. Or, well, many points. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Alright. Remove this, because that doesn't belong there. Was I going to do special stuffs for the power routing? Was I just gonna connect it all up? I don't even remember. And at this stage, I don't think I honestly care. Sure I'm actually on that. I think I was, but just be sure. Hook those all up into power. Are you guys not hooked up into power? Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. All of them? Asked me, the hell were you doing? making current me go back and do this for you. A lazy bum. Could have been focusing on this instead of your damn Fixmas factory that didn't go anywhere either. Yep. I'll turn that off at some point. So some of them ended up over here, huh? Oh. Well, that's fine. There. I don't think they could have gone anywhere else. No, they could have. They definitely could have. It wouldn't be up there. I don't know what that flickering is for the icon there. Hub. The hub is over there, though. Stop showing you what I'm looking over here randomly. Alright, nothing there. My thinking there was that because that was also overflow splitting, there was a chance that it could have been holding on to one of the power shards, but it wasn't. So that's good. Yes, nobody wants to see me poorly play Call of Duty games, huh? Oh well. Nobody wants to show me just the tip. Just the tip. No bits, no subs. Well, there was a sub earlier, but all that matters is the tip. Just the tip. I don't see the money that comes from Twitch anytime soon, you know? There we go. I'm gonna leave that for later, because I don't have the output there. Even suggesting with the more reasonable approach to it, just small contributions, not large ones by one or two individuals. No, small contributions by more people. Especially at this point in time, you know, it's easier on people that way, while still being able to help me out. This will get limited going into there at some point, because I only need 9.611 reanimated SAM per minute. See? I don't think there's much more I can really do right now, considering there's like less than 12 minutes left in the stream, in theory. Which in reality means that I'm going to start wrapping up in the next 5 or so minutes. So I might as well just do it now, because again, what more am I going to do? Made a bit of progress though tonight. Got some more machines placed down there, got power lines and some other belts run. Got this stuff run, and most importantly, I mean, it doesn't say it here, but it doesn't say it explicitly here, but we're on 1.1 now. You can also tell from the mod loader version. Yay, finally off of 1.0. Again, I was waiting on mods to update, and not all the mods did update. That's fine. How we doing on power? Still hovering around where I expect to. Good. That means that things didn't break. What a shame. I know everyone's so disappointed. So many good doggos. There we go. Let's see. First and foremost, is it over here? Yes. Put those away. And then into here can go those. Because, you know. Drop this into there. I imagine that's not full. Well, it is now. I got a little bit out of it. Actually, yeah, don't I? Yeah, I can literally just, watch that belt. Still uploading, just bit by bit. That's obviously a mod doing that. Dimensional downloaders instead of... Dimensional depot downloaders, rather, instead of uploaders. I do have uploaders. Not over here, but... right here. But yeah. Slugs and biofuel-related stuff. And alien protein. All gets auto-converted. And then the alien protein just gets sunk because, well, I don't need it. Speaking of not needing things... any excess? That looks good to me. That nosedive, I don't think, is... from what I'm doing to finish that statement. I can shift click out, I know. Oh, look at how fast it uploads. That was not what I should have done. Yep, because now I've got all that excess. Oh, I've actually got excess rubber. I said excess rubber. I don't know why the iron rods are refilling. Oh, I know why, actually. Because of the portals. I'm using modded portals because I hate how the base game portals are stupidly expensive. Like, screw that. As someone who's been using portals for many updates pre 1.0, yeah, I don't agree with that decision, so I don't use them that way as a result. Or I have a mod that makes them much cheaper. I don't have heavy modular frames in here. Huh. Is that everything? That might be everything. At this point, I'm just seeing mostly stuff that I don't tend to keep on me or such. Alright, well, sink all of that. Eh. Not too far off of earning a 642nd ticket in the current stack, at least. Yay, 6 digits. Yeah, not a sustained cost, I agree. 6 coupons, 103 in here, 641, soon to be 642. Very soon to be. I'm guessing something expensive got sunk just then. So yeah, it's slowly going up. Not very quickly, but slowly. And yes, I have 2 Malsum sinks right here. Purely to sink whatever gets dropped into any of those containers. Plus, you see this, the alien DNA capsules get routed into that one. But then this double feeds out, so yeah. And that's gonna do it for the first time playing Satisfactory properly this year. It's like you can see, yeah, there was a little bit playing on the 25th apparently. But I mean, you know, it was mostly because of that. And then I just randomly checked in and looked around for like 20 minutes, it seems. And then tonight. I think that's what I do. That's how I was doing it. Imagine playing off stream. Anyway. Exit to desktop. And end scene. So yeah. That was a somewhat brief return to Satisfactory. And probably return with more next week, I assume. I'm gonna need to look over factory plans and figure out what I'm doing and how I want to do it before jumping back in, because that was the main issue there. Like, what in the hell do I want to do now? Because holy shit, is this overwhelming. Always is. Get to Phase 4 and especially Phase 5, the game very quickly ramps up in complexity. It's a good game, though. There's a reason why I call it Satisfactory. But yeah, that's going to be all for tonight. Next time out, again, will be next week, but next stream will be, hopefully for real this time, wrapping up the Pokemon Emerald Catch-em-all, Rando Catch-em-all. We've got like 10 more to go. I don't know where 2 of them are, and a few more require further looking into, i.e., I need to breed for them. Well, one of them, I think, or the rest are evolutions. Mind you, that's not catching, breeding and evolving, not catching. Instead, that just allows me to gain information on where those Pokemon are, so that I can then actually go and catch them properly. And if any of them are in places that I've already been, I'm not going to be happy about it. But yeah, that's Wednesday. And then I'll also mention, just before the bot switches to messing the schedule up, Friday will be Assetto Corsa again, but specifically it will be the next round of EJLMS, round 5 at Watkins Glen. Yes, it's already happening. It's only been 2 weeks since French Countryside, not even at this point in time, but come Friday it will have been 2 weeks since French Countryside. To be fair, Watkins Glen was supposed to be before French Countryside. But alas, it wasn't. So, yeah, we're just getting right back into more EJLMS after a week off with GTA. So look forward to that. Watkins Glen is one of my favorite tracks, and I'm definitely not biased in the slightest towards it simply because I've been there many times before. Nope, not biased at all. It is a really good track, though. So, yeah. GTA Saturday night as well, as is usual. I guess that's basically it. I mean, I'll post it one last time. If anybody wants to send me their tips, or their tip, or just the tip, you'll be helping me out financially and also getting us closer to, well, having me poorly play older Call of Duty titles on stream. Make it happen for the sake of my wallet, please. But yeah, as the command says, bit by bit instead of all from one person or such. That's how it should be most of the time, to be fair, but that's how it's not typically been in the past. Anyway, that's that. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Just the ads on the way out, if you want to stick around for that. Don't have to, of course. You can always leave whenever. But if you're not a sub, or you don't have Twitch Turbo, then you'll probably see ads. Maybe not. You know how Twitch can be a regional thing, and just Twitches sometimes anyway. So, yeah, stick around for them, or don't. Do as you wish. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Later.